Kirchhoff's voltage law. This law is used to find the current in any part of the electric circuit. This law states that algebraic sum of voltages around any closed path of electric circuit is always equals to 0. Consider this simple electric circuit. In this circuit, two sources of EMF are there and three resistances are there. As this is a closed path, current will flow through this circuit. Therefore, current flowing in resistance R1, R2 and R3 causes potential across R1, R2 and R3. Therefore, in this closed path, there are total 5 potentials present, and according to Kirchhoff's voltage law, algebraic sum of all these potentials equals to 0. To know the polarity of potentials across R1, R2 and R3, we have to assume suitable direction of current in this closed path. We can assume clockwise direction of current or anti-clockwise direction of current. Then to write the Kirchhoff's voltage equation, we have to trace this closed path and use the sign convention for making the algebraic sum of these potentials. The sign convention used are rise in potential is assumed to be positive and fall in potential is assumed to be negative. To understand the rise in potential and fall in potential and the use of sign convention, consider these examples. In this example, see, this is a branch AB. In this branch AB, there is a source of EMF having potential of E1 volt. Now, assume the current in this branch is flowing from terminal A to terminal B, and if we traverse from terminal A to terminal B, there will be rise in potential because we are moving from negative potential of battery to positive potential. Hence, there is rise in potential while moving from A to B. Hence, it is written as plus E1. And if we traverse from B to A, there is a fall in potential because we are moving from positive to negative potential, and hence it is written as minus E1. For this same circuit, if we assume the current flowing in this branch is from B to A, current flowing in this branch is from B to A, then traversing from A to B results in the rise in potential only, and it will be written as plus E1. And while moving from B to A, there will be fall in potential and it will be written as minus E1. Therefore, we can understand from this, in case of source of EMF, traversing direction decides the rise in potential or fall in potential, and it is irrespective of direction of current. Means for a source of EMF, the rise in potential or fall in potential only depends on the traversing path. How do you traverse? Then consider a example. In this branch, AB branch, there is a passive element resistance R, and assume the current is flowing from terminal A to terminal B. Now, as the current is flowing from terminal A to terminal B, the terminal A is assumed to be positive and terminal B is assumed to be negative, because in passive element current always flow from high potential to low potential. And in this case, if we traverse from terminal A to terminal B, there is a fall in potential because first we go through positive terminal and then we go through negative terminal. In this case, if we traverse from B to A, there is a rise in potential and it will be written as plus I into R. Now consider the same case here. The only thing here we do is, we assume the current flow from terminal B to terminal A. We assume here the current flow from terminal B to terminal A. As current flow from B to A, this terminal will be positive and this terminal will be negative. Now, while traversing from A to B, there is a rise in potential and it will be written as plus I into R. And while traversing from B to A, there is a fall in potential and it will be written as minus I into R. Therefore, we can write, in case of resistance or passive elements, Both traversing direction and direction of current decides rise in potential or fall in potential. Consider this example. In this example, we have to find the current flowing in this closed path. First, we have to assume suitable direction of current through this closed path. I have taken clockwise direction of current in this closed path, and then we have to write KVL equation to this closed path. See the clockwise direction of current and writing the KVL equation to this closed path. A, B, C, D, A means we are traversing from A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A, and writing the KVL equation. So A to B there is resistance R1 and current is flowing from A to B. Therefore this terminal is positive and this terminal is negative. Therefore there will be a fall in potential and it will be represented as minus I into R1. Similarly from B to C there is fall in potential across resistance R2 and it will be represented as minus I into R2. Similarly from B to C there is source of EMF, and we know source of EMF is independent on direction of current. Here what happens, here there is a rise in potential because battery terminal we move from negative to positive, hence it is plus E2. Then while traversing from C to D there is fall in potential across this resistance R3 because current flow from C to D. This will be positive, this will be negative, and hence fall in potential will be represented as minus I into R3. And while moving from D to A there is a rise in potential, hence plus E1 is equals to 0. Simplifying this, we will get current I is equals to E1 plus E2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. The same example we can solve by assuming anti-clockwise direction of current through this closed path. Apply KVL to this closed path A, B, C, D, A. While traversing from A to B, the current is flowing from B to A. Therefore, this will be positive and this will be negative. So, moving from A to B, there will be rise in potential and it is represented as plus I into R1. While moving from B to C, resistance R2 is there and current is flowing from C to B. Therefore, there is rise in potential while moving from B to C and it is represented as plus I into R2. Again B to C there is source of EMF, there is a rise in potential, hence it is plus E2. Then traversing from C to D, resistance R3 is there but the current flowing is D to C, therefore this is positive and this is negative. So moving from C to D results in rise in potential and this is I into R3 plus I into R3. And while moving from D to A there is a rise in potential because source of EMF is there, its rise in potential or fall in potential is irrespective of the current, therefore it is rise in potential while moving from D to A. It is plus E1 is equals to 0. Simplifying this we will get current I is equals to minus of E1 plus E2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. See the current in this case is I equals to E1 plus E2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. In this case the current is minus of E1 plus E2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. In both cases the magnitude of current is same, only there is change in sign only. This is because in this case we have assumed anti-clockwise direction of current, and minus I in the anti-clockwise direction is same as plus I current in the clockwise direction.